How to design a garden to attract butterflies and hummingbirds. Butterfly weed is high in nectar and attracts butterflies and pollinating bees. You'll probably even get some swallowtail caterpillars snacking on the leaves, since Asclepias is in the milkweed family, which is a host plant for the swallowtail butterfly. But Asclepias tuberosa behaves much better than common milkweed. Butterflies, like most flying creatures, look for sheltered places to rest now and then. Tall grass in your butterfly garden would be just the ticket. Glandularia is another pretty, evocative plant name. Rose verbena tells you why gardeners came up with common names in the first place. Despite the tag Canadensis, cold climate gardeners may see this plant offered as an annual and an inexpensive one at that. But it's worth a shot at overwintering outdoors. Scabiosa is such an awful name for such a pretty little flower. The common name, Pincushion flower, is far more descriptive. The button-like flowers are held high above the plant on sturdy stems. There is a variety called butterfly blue that is very pretty, but not so hardy as pink mist. However, none of the Scabiosa are particularly long-lived and may need replacing after a few seasons. The threadleaf foliage of Coreopsis verticillata makes a nice edging plant for this garden of soft colors. While Coreopsis Zagreb is a bolder yellow than the popular moonbeam, it's a much hardier plant, and it likes to spread out. Butterflies look for large swaths of color. They want to know it's worth their time to fly down and land. Annual sunflowers get all the attention. There's no denying they can be showstoppers, but the annual sunflowers and their cousins, the false sunflowers or Heliopsis, are no slouches either. No garden should be without some spiky purple blues. Veronicas have the nice feature of dense, compact foliage offset by tall flower spikes that start blooming from the bottom and work their way up to the tips. This makes the long period of bloom stretch even longer. And it makes deadheading quite simple, too. Echinacea deserves a spot in your garden just because it's a great performer. But it is also a butterfly favorite, and you'll find them sitting on the petals, taking in the sun and nectar. There's been a surge in coneflower breeding recently, white swan, harvest gold, orange meadowbright, and sunset, making the term purple coneflower almost obsolete. But having other options doesn't mean the old standbys should be discarded, and a butterfly garden is a perfect spot for some of the proven performers of the species. As if you need an excuse to plant lilies. Daylilies, Chimerocalis, have become so ubiquitous that true lilies are more exotic than ever. But they're still just as easy to grow as ever. Give them a well-draining spot with at least a half day of sun, and you'll be fighting the butterflies for bouquets. It's always wise to plant extra lilies because they are hard to resist as cut flowers. But leave some for the butterflies. You're not the only one who can't resist the fragrance. Most gardeners know Agastache as Anis hyssop, the spiky, blue-flowered plant that smells like anise or licorice. Anis hyssop is a versatile plant that will attract plenty of butterflies in its own right, but there is more variety out there in the world of Agastache. Native plants are often mistaken for weeds. As the saying goes, you don't appreciate what you don't pay for. Joe-Pye has been dressing up roadsides for years. But the butterflies notice, and if you turned your head as you drove past, you'd see them flitting about. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos. And please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm.